Welcome to the Great British Crochet Off, where every single week I crochet something inspired by an episode of the Great British Bake Off. This week we are starting a new series, Series 9, and for once it was not Cake Week that we started with, but Biscuit Week. As always, while I will not be discussing who left or who got Star Baker, I will be discussing these specific challenges. So if you don't even want that level of spoiler because you're doing a watch along, which I highly recommend, this series I believe is available as Collection 6 on Netflix if you're in the US. So if you don't even want that level, you can hit this little bookmark button down here and you can save this episode of the Great British Crochet Off until after you've watched this week's episode of the Great British Bake Off. So as I said, this was Biscuit Week. Again, so weird because they always start with Cake Week and then do Biscuit Week, but whatever. The first challenge was regional biscuits. So a biscuit that's kind of famous on a particular region of the British Isles. There's more than one. And then they had to do 8 wagon wheels, which is generally like a pre-packaged biscuit. It goes layer of biscuit, marshmallow, raspberry jam biscuit, and then the whole thing is enrobed in chocolate. And then for their showstopper, they had to do a 3D biscuit self-portrait. And this week I was inspired by wagon wheels, but I'm an American, so I turned them into s'mores. I've kind of gathered that s'mores might be more of an American thing, at least like this particular combination being called a s'more. So in the UK they have wagon wheels. When I saw the wagon wheels, I was like, ooh, chocolate, biscuit, marshmallow. To me, that's a s'more. Though the s'more, of course, the true s'more is made with a graham cracker, which is made out of like a whole wheat flour. And the biscuits that they made for the wagon wheels, they were just like white flour, I'm pretty sure. But so I made 4 of them. So you have your graham cracker, you have your chocolate bar. I'm not sure if you can see, I made the little like chocolate bar squares on the top of it. And the underside of the chocolate bar is of course sprinkled because this is crochet yarn and we sprinkle everything. And in fact, I gave all the different chocolate bars different colored sprinkle combinations. You have like, this one's kind of cosmic brownie, we have pink, we have pastel, and we have classic rainbow. And of course, the most important hallmark of a s'more is that it is toasted over the campfire. So you can take these little marshmallows and turn them inside out, and they're happy little toasted marshmallows, and all of them turn inside out. And I thought about doing some like blackened ones, but it wasn't really coming across. And before you say I should have given them like cross eyes because they got toasted, therefore they're no longer living, this little s'mores kit is going to be a toy for my daughters, and their humor does not go in that direction. So once you toast up your marshmallow, you can take your graham cracker and grab your sprinkly chocolate, put another graham cracker on top, give it a little squish because they're hollow, they're kind of like squishable, and you can pretend you're eating a little summertime s'more snack. I love making these little like bake-off baking toys because my kids really get a lot of use out of them. They love like baking things with the little yarn creations that I make. I've made a few of these for past series of the Great British Crochet Off, so I hope to at least fit in one more of these before the end of this series. The Great British Crochet Off technical version will of course be out soon with the pattern for how I made these guys, and I will see you guys next week for Cake Week. Squish, squish, squish.